Kato. That's okay. It's gonna happen. Enough time to be able to recall, get the health back. But honestly, gaining the vision onto the Kindred, very nice, very slick, because knowing where Kindred is the name of the game. Of course, she's very predictable with her marks, but knowing where she starts is half of the battle. So we'll be starting red. It looks like LSUS will follow suit and start their blue, and it's going to be standard start. In the cage, even if he's invisible. Same with Malphite, he will always just poke out Rise because there's a Q. But oh my god, this is really good Lance. And with the Q, Sopeless is going to have to flash out, gets ignited, and Weak is going to be the focal point. Looks like Weak is going to almost die. 1 Q, 2 Q, not enough. And Jansen is putting on a show with Fire Claymore. And we're gonna have to look mid. Wukong going in with the E. There's the cage that we were talking about. Looks like it's going to be the Q. Really good poke. Dotaragoon is going to go really down low to Snoop Ninja. And it looks like Kato really wants a piece of Grandy Hands, pushing out Cloud Nothings. Seizes is going to flash forward, but Grandy Hands is really good flash. He's not going to get hit by the W, so that means he gets out. Most likely not first blood here, and that's really good corruption potion. No first blood yet. Renmo going to be able to farm his right side. It's a mute point since Rise also had to burn the flash, so it's just going to be most likely Grandy Hands burning the teleport to get back to lane, and that's going to be pretty good if you're Malphite. You're already doing really well. Remo's going to get spotted out by Kato, but it looks like he's going to be going in. Snoop Ninja here with the cage. They're both going to flash it. That's going to be first blood over to ICV, going over to Kato. It looks like Grandy Hands is going to be teleporting into the mid lane, coming for Kato. The slow. Will Snoop Ninja be able to get the kill? It looks like the smite will be saying otherwise, but it's okay. Snoop Ninja is going to have to use the cage defensively. It looks like Dotaragoon is most likely going to die. There it is, Snoop Ninja getting the kill. Grandy Hands is going to be running away. The W hitting, the Q hitting. It will be a turn kill. Grandy Hands killing Kato, and that's going to be a double kill for LSUS. The J4 is down here. They're going to be looking for Drake really soon. And there it is. No wards. Going for it. The flash in. It's on to Sopeless, but the stun goes on to Weak Chili. A little bit disgruntled, and the stun into the wall. Looking like a very close kill for LSUS, but it's going to be a sit awry. And there's another Lance in. On to Sopeless this time. It looks like this is just reaching for Strauss, but it's really good. He goes back in. A really good heal. Sopeless is going to die. And Fire Claymore going to follow most likely. But Weak Chili, you're having to flash in. And Jansen's still here. Has to E. He's the Azrael. It's okay. He misses W. But no mana. There's the E. There's a double kill for Jansen popping off in the first 5 minutes of the game, and it looks like the dragon is coming up. Jansen will be taking a nice recall, and it's going to be the fight for Drake are for this mark. Looking like the mark is going to be going down for Kindred. The Raptor's not going to be taken. It's going to be a really good showing. A 1k gold lead so far for LSUS. You know, look at this buy for Ezreal. The tier, the sheen, it's really nice. It's clean, and what we're going to be seeing is Cloud Nothingness taking the Q. Kato is here, but Grandy Hands is already poked out Cloud Nothings. Kato is looking for something that is just not here, but Grandy Hands goes back in. The slow, but the press the attack is going to be doing a lot of damage, but Grandy Hands just walks away. Remo is here. The teleport here is from Snoop Ninja. Remo is going in on Kato, is going to get ruined by Cloud Nothingness, but the Rune Prison is not going to be enough. It does not thwart the boys in purple. And it looks like Doongoon is going to go into the prison, is not going to find a way out, is going to get poked for half the health bar, and Snoop Ninja does have ult going very dangerously close to being in ult range, Dorito Groon, and if that W hit, I can swear that Snoop Ninja would get the kill, and there it is, he's back in the cage, and Snoop Ninja knows it, and it's going to be the W just barely missing because the cage goes down. But Kato's bot, it looks like Fire Claymore is the target, is going to get lollipopped, and is going to die to the Banish Toss, while Snoop Ninja dies in mid, but Cloud Nothingness is going very low. It looks like Grandy Hands does not have the ultimate usage to go engage already, but will this be Mountain Trick for ICV or IVC? And it doesn't look like it. They don't want to risk it. They don't know where Renmo is. Kato is walking up, has spotted it, but Snoop Ninja is coming up already. Grandy Hands going for the collapse. Remo is going in. It looks like there is the ultimate. Remo going to have to, or Kato gonna have to smite. does not steal it. Remo does get it. Snoop Ninja going to kill Kato in return, and it looks like LSUS is going to get the Rift Herald and the kill for 1. The Runic Prison, maybe it's 2. No, Snoop Ninja, really good flash over the wall. It's going to be a W to make them go away, and that is going to be a 1-for-1 for this Rift Herald, except for it's going to be going in LSUS's favor. So Grandy Hands is just waiting for it back, a good timing, and maybe a Drake to come to be threatened, and perhaps they will get their buy, and that buy will be huge. And it looks like it's finally time for somebody to go for this Drake. IVC being the ones to get it. There's no way for LSUS to get in because it's already dead. Vayne being a very good melter of Drakes, but it's okay. Mountain Drake not really a good Drake for the enemy side. It still has some beneficial stats, but it's going to be a very fine trade. I believe getting the lane pressure and a reset is still okay, even without getting the Drake. Kato is looking to kill Jansen, but Jansen still has this E, going to E out perfectly. The slow not mattering. It doesn't matter if you red smite him. You don't have ultimate, but he does die to the 3rd proc, perhaps a little bit too close to the edge of infinity, but it's is not going to be the end she could have ever gotten was off of a player. And it looks like Grandy Hands is going to poke, but it's starting to feel Cloud now. Sorcerer Shoes, so not a lot of penetration there, but there's a Rift Herald getting 2 plates. I like the optimization here. Fine move for me. Looks like they're going to help the jungler Remo. Remo in a really good position, actually. Going to get the smite. Goon going to be the target. Has to ult. 2 ults coming down. Remo going to flash the wall. Sopless going to use Curse of Sad Mummy because Chili is going to take down Remo. It's Fire Claymore is going to get out with Snoop Ninja's help, and Grandy Hand is going in, and it looks like Cloud Nothings is going to die. 1 Q will do it. It flashes in, chooses to get it with his bare hands. And it looks like the first tower of the game will be going to Snoop Ninja. Goon will be going in with the E, but the cage is really well used. Of course, Clone to get more damage, but it's okay. Snoop Ninja getting 450 gold for pretty much for free. Fire Claymore with the stun, no lance, and it looks like the team is here to back them up. Kato not being able to do much is starting to poke down, hurt a little bit. And the team has to choose whether or not to go in or let Fire Claymore die, let him be a hero and die. Don't want to risk getting Curse of Sad Mummy and losing a pivotal lead, but this is right before Drake comes up. However, the team still stands strong. Still more players on the map. Grandy Hands is already coming down. Jansen being the target, getting hit by Bandage Toss. Jansen's going to be able to E away, but Kato's Wolf Assault will be able to kill. And it looks like this might be another Dragon going over to IVC. Not something great, but it did not happen without a little bit of blood. And Kato's looking at Fire Claymore now. Leona does not have a lot of ways to get out, but has a lot of tank stats. So choosing to use the tower as defense, very smart idea. The problem is that the minions are pushed up, and Sopless is going to be looking for you. Kato's going to now go in, but the W is going to buy enough time, enough armor stats, enough absorption to be able to walk away. And Kato is going to stay in these bushes, make sure nobody can go through receive it just because of how pushed out everything is, and the fact that Remo is choosing to do the Rift Herald. Rift Herald has been spotted, and now Remo is dead. And that is going to be Rift Herald most likely going over to IVC if they choose. The long lane will be going in Snoop Ninja's favor. More farm going over to Vigor, aka more stacks. The Runic Prison on Grandy Hands. Kato is going to be trying to cut off his escape. Really good unstoppable force to get out, but Cloud Nothings is trying to warp in. However, Grandy Hands outsmarts it, but Remo is now the target because he was close. But Fire Claymore is here to back up the man, and it looks like Kato will be getting stunned, and there will be no kill for this Rise ultimate. That is a 2-minute cooldown. And the first mark from neutral camps will be going over to Kindred finally at 18 minutes. Under this pressure, he's going to hit more than he misses, most likely. And it looks like Grandy Hand is about to have unstoppable force, but will most likely die. He's trying to buy time, trying to think about where to go. And is going towards this way. He unstoppable forces very well outplays them. Very fancy feat, and Flash comes back up. and there's no dragon for them to take, meaning he has TP, he has a way out, but this will be his top tower going down. And it looks like Snoop Ninja will be donated this blue buff by Remo, and looks like he needs it for sure. Vigar uses a lot of mana, wants to be scaling more than he wants to be in base, so we will be seeing that. It looks like Weak Chili will be getting the red buff. Herald will be going down in IVC's favor. Will most likely be used on the mid assault. And it looks like Weak Chili trying to get a little bit ahead of themselves and go for it. However, this is going to be a 4v3. Randy Hands going for Cloud Nothings. Remo's going for it. The Everfrost stopping the boom shakalaka. And will be dropping the Rift Herald. Most likely, somebody from LSUS will go to clear this Rift Herald. And that is when they will most likely go for the Drake. However, what they don't account for is that they're willing to give up the tower just to kill and get the Drake. And that is going to be the call here. And look at this Death Rush. Really good unstoppable force into the ultimate. Of course, the lands respite, but this is not the fight. It's going to be really hard into LSUS's favor. Snoop Ninja might die, but Jansen is going for it, going the distance, is going to kill two, but it's going to be an ace on the side of IVC. Really good looking fight. The land respite being just a little bit too much for our boys in purple, but it's okay. We still have time to scale. We still have more game to play. And it looks like they are going towards the Baron Pit, trying to get it as quickly as possible. Looking at the respawn timers, it is doable. They have a really fast clear with Rise and Bane. They're going to be taking the red buff, trying to take everything they can to get a push, and it will be the give from LSUS, knowing they don't want to take another fight, might not even be there in time. This snipe attempt coming from Ezreal almost kills Wukong, having to clone away. Lucky guy, but it's looking like a very close series still. We're seeing grouping, we are seeing Snoop Ninja get stacks, we are seeing Jansen get gold. From the top lane alone, the Divine Sunderer build is really strong on Ezreal. Almost has a Mana Moon, too. It looks like they're going to be giving this top tower. That is a fine idea, considering they do not have the numbers to deal with it. They do not have the power either. The Baron buff will most likely allow them to do it, but it's actually really good because it allows them to play in a more defensive position, a more tight angle. Being able to play tight with this team is really good. They have really good engages when they play tight, instead of having to play these long lanes. Jansen is just kind of preventing the inevitable. Rise will take this tower one way or another with the wave clear. The question is, will LSUS fight around the bot tower? And it looks like Jansen is rotating over. They do plan to do it. There's Cloud Nothings taking that top tower. Is fine. And it looks like the cage. Kato going really low, having to lands respite without anybody but himself. And it looks like this is going to be a really good fight. There's the unstoppable force into a 950 gold shutdown on to Grand Handies. We don't know what's in the players' heads. All we can think of is that they probably do want to contest this, and it looks like they are sweeping around. They're trying to make sure their jungle is clear. It looks like Goon is going to be trying to stop them, and it looks like a few wards are going to get swept. Pivotally, the one in the middle. They have a route in. It's secured, but it's not very well secured because the entrance to the Dragon Pit is still covered by IVC. And IVC is going to be pivoting around these death bushes, trying not to give LSUS an angle in, trying to be able to burn the streak as quick as possible, but it's not up just yet. They still have opportunities to get in. They're starting to clear more wards. LSUS is just buying time, going up through no man's land and trying to get through. And it looks like Granny Hands has found his angle in. He doesn't mind face checking. He's the tank, and he's going to unstoppable force in onto Kato. Kato going to have to burn lands respite. Not everybody's going to go in immediately. Really good idea from him. There's the Jarvan ult, and it looks like the ult is going to be used in Vayne, however, because Vayne is going in, and there's going to be the TP off of Snoop Ninja, and it looks like it's going to be an ace for IVC, and it might be the game here, folks. It looks like IVC is going to most likely be taking down the Nexus, and it will be them winning the grand finals of the Rookie TSMU Open tournament for League of Legends.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected.